wonders if queerness can be cured, and you'll see why. This is Megan Bloomfield, a cheerleader living a picture-perfect life in suburban America. She's popular, has a football player boyfriend named Jared, a loving Christian family, good grades, and every marker of the ideal all-American teenage girl. But Megan has a secret she has not even admitted to herself yet. For when she kisses Jared, she zones out and daydreams of what she really wants. Apart from being too enthusiastic about her fellow cheerleaders, she is also a vegetarian in a house full of meat eaters.
Please help us to obey the roles in life you set for us.
In her small conservative Christian MAGA, American family, this means
You are gay.
so naturally, her parents, her boyfriend, and her friends stage an intervention. They sit her down, lay out all the evidence, and tell her she's a lesbian. Megan is shocked. She had no idea. But her parents are not interested in the conversation. They pack her bags and ship her off to True Direction, a residential conversion therapy camp with one goal in mind: to make gay teenagers straight again. True Direction is run by Mary Brown, a rigid, perfectly composed woman who has built her entire identity around curing what she considers a lifestyle choice.
You don't have any unnatural thoughts.
I don't think it's unnatural.
Aha!
I feel like I'm watching a Drewski skit. Anyways, the camp has a 2-month program based on 5 simple steps. And step 1 is... Meanwhile, at True Direction, Megan meets a group of teenagers all sent there against their will. There is Jan, Sanad, Joe, Hillary, Dolphin, and Andre, all navigating the program in their own way. And then there is Graham.
And I like girls a lot. And I'm a homosexual.
At her first group therapy, Megan is still unable to get past step 1. But after being confronted with so-called evidence about her sexuality, she finally has a breakthrough.
I'm a homosexual.
Megan is on to step 2. The girls cook, clean, and practice cradling baby dolls while the boys chop wood and fix cars. Every activity is designed to reinforce traditional gender roles and scrub away anything that does not fit. As the campers seem to be making progress, they are paired up to study their robes. Megan is paired up with Graham, and at first, the two can't seem to get along. And unlike Graham, Megan buys into the teaching and becomes a star student. As the boys struggle to stay focused, the campers finally pass step 2 and move on to step 3. At family therapy, Megan meets Graham's parents and quickly finds out why Graham has anger issues.
You better have this gay thing out of your system, got it?
I got it.
No college, no car, no trust fund.
Graham has been through the program before and knows what happens when you hope for too much.
You're just trying to do what's best for you.
This is bullshit, Megan. It doesn't work. You are who you are. The only trick is not getting caught.
Meanwhile, after catching some boys breaking the rules and snitching, Megan is ostracized by the group, but Graham comes to her defense, bringing them closer as they move on to step 4. As they learn more about how to please their future husbands and act like a lady, Megan and Graham begin to learn more about each other. Anyways, one night the students sneak out and are met by an underground network of ex-gay camp survivors who run a safe house nearby.
So you run like the underground homo railroad.
They take them to a gay bar where Graham and Megan are finally able to stop pretending to be straight and be themselves, and even manages to sneak back in without getting caught. Or so they thought. Next day, Mary becomes increasingly suspicious, and when she finally finds a clue of them sneaking out, she confronts the students by bringing in their parents, and Megan's parents tells her,
You're choosing to cut us out of your life.
and finally, the campus pass on to step 5. And if they pass, they can finally move on to a simulated sexual lifestyle. But if they fail, they will be sent home. When the results come in, they all pass on to the final step. Well, all except Andre.
You know who you are and you know who you want. Ain't nobody gonna change that shit.
Megan and Graham knows he's right. And that night, they finally make love. But the next morning, Megan wakes up and realizes she has been caught. So Mary offers Megan one more chance to stay if she does the simulation with her son.
I don't think that would work.
But Mary also gives the same offer to Graham, but Graham accepts. With nowhere else to go, Megan goes to Lloyd and Larry, who takes her in. In their home, she finds Andre and finally apologizes for being a snitch. Meanwhile, back at True Direction,
Play is for sissies. Real men go in, unload, and pull out.
Graham completes step 5 and is finally declared straight. But Megan hasn't given up on her just yet. At the graduation, as the boys and girls walk down the aisle, Megan tries to break Graham free, but Graham says no. So she does the one thing that she knows Graham can't resist.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're the one that I adore. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't run from me, cause this is fate.
In the end, Graham chooses to leave with Megan, and they live happily ever after. Or they date for a couple of years, and then they realize they're not a good match and choose to see other people. My guess is as good as yours. But I'm a Cheerleader is a 1999 satirical comedy directed by James Babbitt and starring Natasha Lloyd and Claire Duvall. It was made with about $1 million and rejected by nearly every studio before finding distribution. At the time, it received mixed reviews, but looking back, it is considered a cult classic and one of the most important queer films of its era. What this film understood when telling a queer story is that conversion therapy is not just a trauma story, it is an absurdity. And the most effective way to expose an absurdity is to treat it like one. By leaning into the camp aesthetics, the color coding, the deliberately artificial world, Babbitt makes the whole enterprise look as ridiculous as it actually is. But underneath the comedy is something painful. These are teenagers who were sent away by the people who were supposed to love them unconditionally. Megan spent most of the film trying to fix herself for others before realizing that she has nothing to fix. The question at the center of so many queer coming-of-age stories: what does it cost to be who you actually are when the people closest to you cannot accept it? Megan chooses herself loudly and without apology, and that is the kind of wicked confidence Vixen Cinema exists to celebrate. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Abby, and this is Vixen Cinema, where I feature movies with complex female characters. New episodes drop weekly, so please hit like and follow for more. Bye.